Okay, so here we are. Welcome to Tybee Time. Doing another oven-baked chicken wing recipe. Right here is everything I'm going to need. This is from sour cream. I mix sour cream and blue cheese for dipping. The baking powder is what makes the wings crispy like they were fried. And then these are the sauces I'm going to use at the end. So here's my baking sheet and we'll get started. Hey guys, welcome to Tybee Time. We're gonna make us some oven-baked barbecued buffalo wings. Or not barbecued, but you know, buffalo wings, hot wings. So right now, this is how these pieces of chicken come. I like these portions here, the flats, and then my upstairs neighbor likes the drummy, so this works out perfectly. So what you do is you go down and look for the joint, and you cut. You come down here again, look for the joint, and cut. You can save these wing tips if you want to make some kind of chicken broth or chicken stock, but I'm not gonna, I'm gonna throw them away. Okay, so let me do one more, and you'll see. I come down between the drummy and the flat, look for the joint, and cut. Okay, same thing with the wing tip. Look, come down, look for the joint, see the joint right there, and cut. So I'm gonna continue to do it with the rest of these. I'm gonna throw these wing tips away, and I'm gonna put all the pieces of wings in a bowl, and I'm going to pat them dry with paper towel, so I'll be back in just a few minutes. Okay guys, I'm just preparing my sheet pan for the oven. I put a piece of aluminum foil down, and then I have this rack right here. Now, I like to put a little bit of vegetable oil, or canola oil, I guess that is, on a paper towel and just wipe the grate. I'm going to just wipe this with a little bit of oil so that the wings don't stick. Okay, here I got a little bit of oil on this paper towel. That's all I'm gonna do is just put it on the grate, and then we'll set the wings on there before they go in the oven. Okay guys, so here's all the rest of the wings that I separated from the wing tip, and I'm just taking a paper towel and dabbing all over them to dry them. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep drying them as much as I possibly can, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, so here is the step that I don't think you should skip, okay? And it is the baking powder. Now, I have, I think about 16 wings here. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons. Okay, so my baking powder was a little bit clumpy, so I went and got myself a mesh colander so it won't have chunks. See how there's so many chunks there? I just don't want there to be chunks of baking powder anywhere. So I'm gonna do a little bit more. So I did about 1.5 tablespoons. And this is that secret weapon that makes your wings really crispy without frying them. So I'm just gonna grab a spatula and mix. So just mix till everything's got the powder on. Now this powder, it won't flavor the wings at all. It won't make them taste anything. They won't taste bad, they won't taste better. It's just a coating to ensure that the skin on these wings gets as crispy. I think they're as crispy. I can't tell the difference between oven baked or deep fried. And you know that the oven baked are much better for you than the deep fried. So this is, like I said, my secret weapon. I'm just gonna make sure these are completely coated. It looks pretty good. There we go. And now I'm gonna line them all up on my sheet pan. I'll be right back with the sheet pan. Okay, so let's line these up. You know, if you have a lot of time, there's been times that I've had a lot of time on my hands with making these. I've put them on the sheet pan and put them back in the oven for a couple hours. Some people think that that makes them get even crispier, drying out some in the fridge. Right now, I'm probably going to let these sit for about 15 minutes before I put them in the oven. Oh, incidentally, you want to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. And then once we put these in, it's going to be in for 30 minutes. Turn them all over, and then another 30 minutes. Oops. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to let these come to room temperature. These were frozen. I took these out of the freezer this morning, so they're pretty cold. And I think it's better to let things come to room temperature somewhat. It's like 2 degrees. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 10 degrees Fahrenheit.
10. It's 10 degrees outside right now, so it's pretty cold in my house. Even though I've got the heat, you know, like... Alexa, you can stop talking. Thank you. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to let these sit out for about 15 minutes. Oven's preheating at 375, and I'll come back when I put them in. Okay, guys, so like I said, these are just hanging for about 15 minutes, but I just wanted to come back and clarify something. I misspoke a few moments ago. I said if you have a lot of time on your hands that you can put these back in the oven for 30 minutes, and that isn't what I meant. If you have the time, you can put the whole sheet pan in your refrigerator for about 30 minutes, and they think that dries them out some as well. Some people put them in for an hour or two, not covered, just in the fridge. Just clarifying. The refrigerator. Okay, you guys, we're ready to go in the oven. It's all up to 375 degrees temperature. I want to show you something really quick. I told you I put these in for 30 minutes on one side and then flip them. I want to show you the size of my wings here. See, they're a little more than 3 inches long. And this is this is just about the size of them where I live. The reason I'm doing this is my take on how long these should go in, because this is about the size I have around here all the time. 30 minutes one side, flip them, 30 minutes the other side. If you've got ginormous wings, you have to adjust. And if they're really big, they gotta go in longer. If they're really small, if they're smaller than these, then they go in for less time. But the end result should be 165 degrees Fahrenheit internally before you dress them with sauce. Okay, we'll be back in 30 minutes. Stay with me. Okay, first 30 minutes are up. Let me get a pot holder. And all I'm gonna do now is pull them and flip them. Wow, they're really... Okay. I'm gonna pull them and flip them. I'm not gonna make you sit and watch me flip them all. And I'm gonna put them back in the oven for another 30 minutes. Stay tuned. Here we go, guys. Timer just went off. These are done. They look beautiful. Okay, and I have a bowl sitting right here beside them. I'm gonna turn the oven off. What's in here is just a little bit of hot sauce. You can dress these any way you want. A lot of people just do salt and pepper. This is just a regular wing sauce. These are for I told you, my upstairs neighbor, because that's what he likes. Now this is all I do, is mix it all around. Let me get over here, hang on. Just gonna shake it a little. Okay, there's plenty of sauce in there. This is all I do to mix them up. And he doesn't want anything else. Like I said, no sauce. He doesn't want any celery or blue cheese. But those are done. And I'm gonna run these upstairs, and I'll come down and I'm gonna throw mine back in the oven to keep them hot. We'll deliver these. Let's see, I've got 8 of them. All right, what do you think, guys? Don't those look pretty good? All right, I'll be right back. Okay, for my wings, I like a little bit of barbecue, buffalo, look at, oh. And I've got the leftovers from his wings. I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit in here. That ought to do it. And I think a little bit, I'm gonna do a little bit of the sauce. Just a little bit. And like I said, you know, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to put sauce on your wings. Obviously, you can do what you want. But I like to play and have things, like try things. Okay, let me get my wings back into the oven. There they are. And I'm gonna do, again, put them in the bowl and stir it up. Whoopsie. I love them hot and barbecue. Like I said, though, you can do the salt and pepper. You can do, you know, mustardy wings. You can do Asian sauce wings, Korean barbecue. There's so many different styles these days. That looks awesome. Let me just... Okay, and there's my dipping sauce. Let me put these out. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, look at a little extra sauce. All right, so here's mine. Like I said, I like the flats. That's my favorite. So that is my end result. Thank you so much for watching Tybee Time. Please like and subscribe. That would be great. Thank you.